align with logic? No. Believing in such a weak statement, does it align with my logic? Does it align with my principles? Hell no. I have a quote: never believe a prophecy that doesn't empower you. This was said on a talk show by a guy, I don't know his name, but he had a wheelchair, he had non-working arms and non-working legs, and when he was born, his doctor said he would not make it far enough for 4 days, and he was alive for 40 years. The doctors were dead, but he was alive. Sorry about that. So yeah, never believe and he said this, and it's always stuck with me: never believe a prophecy that doesn't empower you. Okay, goosebumps. So yeah, I never believe a prophecy that doesn't empower me, but for those 10 seconds, my logic, my principles, my statements is contradicted by in those 10 seconds, but it helps me. So that is the sole reason I let it contradict me. So yeah, even if it does not align with logic, if that emotion is temporary, first of all, very important, temporary. Like I'm not like, if I'm saying, oh, maybe that's not why I'm good enough, and for the next 10 days I'm crying because I feel so. No, for the next 10 seconds I'm going to use it for the task I'm using it for, and then yeah, I'm reverting back, fuck it, I'm good enough, I know I'm good enough, fuck you. I say fuck you to myself more than anybody else. So yeah, but yeah, that statement is really, really powerful. Never believe a prophecy that doesn't empower you.
Damn. I mean, that was great. That was great. Again, lots of things to say about it. I like this. We're just building off of top of each other, and it's just getting better and better. So, regarding your thing that you have those trigger statements, let me give you an evolutionary point of view. I love evolutionary psychology. It explains so many of these of our behaviors, and being from a biology background, I just love nerding out about it. So, when we were cavemen, let's say we are at a place where there are not enough animals or trees to eat from. Okay, then we'll migrate. Let we go 500 kilometers to the north. We have enough animals, we have enough food, we have enough water, enough opportunities to, like, enough shelter. But there will be that one MF who will think, bro, look at that island over there. I wonder what's there. You have everything, but you want to still think there could be more. There could be something else. There could be something different. He might just go and die while going there. But it's the obsession with novelty that all humans have, and it's been instilled in our brain. It's always there. Like, that's why you have
money comes.
Now that's it. That's my notification sound. Now that's something. Damn, that disturbed my whole flow. So, where was I?
So evolutionary point of view that we have something for novelties.
Yeah, we crave novelty all the time. That's why people have this thing called shiny object syndrome. It happens a lot in business. Like, you're going. Let's say I have so many business examples that people won't understand.
Give a life example, they will understand.
Okay, so this happens a lot when you're in like 10th, 11th. So especially like many people I see this with, they say, bro, I'll take maths. They take maths and they realize, fuck, it's difficult. I think bio has opportunities. Let's take about bio. I have a dude in my class, he changed from bio to maths to bio again. Like, wasted like 6 to 9 months in that. So, like, what would be there? And then, like, it gets difficult. I always keep talking about that chart, like, of uninformed optimism. All of that. I'll share that sometime.
This one.
Yes, that
I
one.
have seen this.
You seen it? Where did you see it? In that video? I think you must have seen it.
There was a time, when Harmozi's shots were, my shots was filled with his shots. So in one of my shots, I actually saw this, I think, optimistic, uninformed optimism, then informed pessimism, then informed optimism. There was something.
Yes, something like that.
Yeah.
Between uninformed optimism, should I just tell about it?
Maybe in some other podcast.
Okay, yeah, because
emotions
it's
and that.
very in detail. I know, like, if I just cover it short, it won't do justice to it. So yeah, we'll share that sometime. So it's basically like you think that something new must be better, then you realize, oh fuck, it's difficult. Then you go to something else, and you keep repeating that cycle, but you never reach the end. That is why we are wired for novelty, but we want to at least limit it sometime. So brain is craving novelty. That's why for at least myself, even if I repeat that statement again and again, ऐसे ही or whatever it might be, क्या था दूसरा? तुम हो कौन? तुम हो क्या?
तुम क्या हो?
तुम क्या हो? So, but it doesn't create the same feeling because I think like I want something new. Anyway.
But again, you evolve. As humans, you evolve, and I think for me this works. Maybe for you it won't. Maybe for you it won't. I'm not saying it works for you, but for me that same emotions does come back, and yeah, intensity. It's with. I know it's with enough intensity that I am able to do that. Achieve what I set out to achieve. I'm able to do that last step. Fuck, even if it's not with enough intensity, I don't care. I don't even, notice if it's with the same intensity. If the task is done, it's enough.
I'll counter your intensity point with reality. So, just like you said that if I say that I'm not good enough, I'll probably believe that. And I would be thinking about like 3 hours. Am I really not good enough? I did this.
That's the starting stage, guys. Now we got him. In the starting, you will be like, but again, efficiency comes with practice. And, first day, 3 hours you will think. Next day, you will think for 1 hour. The next day, you will think for 30 minutes. Then for 10 seconds. And then finally for the 5 seconds that you actually need to think that.
I think I have a good enough system in place right now, so I won't be changing it anytime soon. I've tried this, but I think that the time it would require to go to that level in which you can just come back within 5 seconds, that is probably not worth it because I already have a system in place.
I agree with you, but again, it's a much fruitful system. And I can say this because I have used your system earlier. Again, it's your call. As I said, it's your call, and it's your guys' call as well, whether you want to use this, whether you want to use any of our methods or your own methods. It's your call. But one thing that I can say is that it's much more fruitful. It took me a couple of years to get here, but after those couple of years, it's like a machine. You get it out of yourself somehow, and once the reason I developed this is because I wanted, by the time I am in college, by the time I am doing something, I have to be unbreakable. And I am slowly getting there. Physically and mentally. Anybody can say anything to me and it won't matter. Because and again, for this to happen, you have to know yourself, what emotions, what everything, know everything about yourself. And once you do that, no matter what anybody says, no matter what your girlfriend says, your ex says, it doesn't really matter. You know who you are, and once you know who you are, you can also make yourself believe for those 10 seconds again. Control yourself. I control myself the most. So yeah.
I did not ask for advice, but it's all right. It's always good to know different opinions and see if my own is good. This MF has this habit that he'll always stick to what he's saying. And I am like, yeah, let's consider this also. Let's see what he has to offer. And he will always stick like, bro, this is why I like this.
Again, for this I have a counter. I also am like you that, we should consider this. But only in things I haven't, practiced. Like your method, I have practiced. So I'm confirmed that this is a better method. Because I have done that. For you. For me, again, for me. Maybe it's not for you. I completely agree. Maybe your method's better for you. But since I have already practiced that, I can say from experience this is better. And from my experience, not his, not yours, from my. So that is why I stick to this thing. But in something else, but he must accept that whenever he has given me an advice on things that I haven't tried, I have accepted it and I have done this as well.
Yeah, totally agreed. So now it has become a mess.
No mess.
Sure then.
No mess. This is his writing. I don't know if you can see. Probably you can. His
no,
writing.
check this out.
My writing.
Nobody freaking can understand this except me. Okay. I think both of our methods lead to the same outcome.
Agreed.
So who cares? What method are you? It's just like religion, right?
Like I said, you talked about intensity. I don't even notice what the intensity is. As long as it's getting the work done, fuck it.
Nice. Yeah, like guys, do what you want. Do what you want.
Rule independence.
Rule of rule independence, right? That was a real powerful concept. That. So you said that there's something like it's false, but then you believe it's true.
For those 10 seconds. I know I am good enough, but for those 10 seconds, I'll let myself believe. I'll completely believe I'm not good enough.
And then you again go back.
And I'm gonna go back.
Yeah. So I always give movie references. This MF hasn't watched any movies, so yeah, I think there is some effect. Like when you say something it's true, it becomes false, and when you say something if it's false, then it becomes true. You want something, it would be mind-boggling. One of my friends told this. This statement cannot be okay. So this is a tangent from emotions, but like you would like this. Okay, so one of the philosophers in I think 17th century, he said, नाम क्या रखा है? He said, this statement cannot be proven true. Okay, now if it is proven true, which means it's a false statement, that it cannot be proven true, but it has been proven true, which means it's a false. But if it cannot be proven true,
There's a true statement.
then also it is a false statement, because it cannot be proven true, which means it is a false. Think about it.
I will.
It's like one of those mindfuck things. This friend told me, I was like, what the heck? We were like in Capri Garden at 6 a.m. I was like sleep deprived. I was like, what the heck is this? Then I thought about it for like 2-3 days, and then it came to me like, yeah, so giving you guys some mindfuck paradoxes. Anyway, it was in the movie, like that guy, but it doesn't matter anyway.
Like the rule of rule independence is itself a paradox.
Right.
Follow the rule, like if you follow this rule, you are rule dependent. But if you don't follow this rule, then again you are also rule dependent.
Right, right. Yeah, totally agreed. So, yeah. Now, to counter your point of you telling yourself that you're not good enough, I would counter that by saying you're not good enough in your eyes.
No, I disagree. I completely disagree. I'm good enough in my eyes as well. And again, 2 minutes. I know I am good enough, and I'm good enough for myself, because nobody can play my role better than me. Nobody. In my shoes, nobody. And I make myself believe this as well. But for those 10 seconds, I make myself believe I'm not good enough for anybody's eyes.
That was a badass statement. That nobody can play my role better than me. Main character energy. So
I am the main character in everybody's lives, guys.
for all of those watching, you are all NPCs, okay? So
OCC. Other character, something.
You haven't even played video games, bro.
No, I haven't. I have done nothing that is termed as cool, and that is such a bad thing. Here in my Triple IT Hyderabad group, everybody is like, bro, let's play Valo, and the only cool game that I have played is BGMIs, and that too on a phone. So like, yeah, I have done none of the cool things, and I have never had that curiosity to try that much. I like movies like Peaky Blinders, which have a very specific theme, mindset theme, and very specific theme, and I only watch those movies. People have been just holding me that, bro, watch this, and I'm like, yes, I'll watch this, and then I forget.
Watch this.
And it's never like with my mother as well. It's the last few days we'll be together for the first time, so we are like, let's watch Panchayat. Last week I said tonight we'll watch Panchayat. I started doing DBMS, database management system, and again, like, if you give me a choice, would you rather do something better, like study something new, find something new, watch a new reel, or watch a movie, play a game? I would always choose studying something new. So yeah, I'm not cool.
That is your brain craving novelty. So yeah, I agree. If it's with my mother, I would call that as family time. So I would devote time to that. Anyway, so there are no correct answers. Okay. So yeah, for myself, I would say that I'm not good enough in my eyes, and I will never be good enough in my eyes. I know that, because I've always said that I always want it to be this way, that my expectations for myself and the bar that I set for myself is higher than other people's bar for me.
Like, agreed.
and my bar for other people. Which means that my expectations for myself are greater than your expectations from me and my expectations from you. That's the same case with my parents, and that's why my parents don't ever say anything to me whenever I do whatever I want, because they know that my bar of excellence is more than their, and whatever I'll do would be for the greater good.
So again, the same thing that I said, true, false, true, about being good enough. For me, my expectations are so high. I am such an ambitious person, I know. Nobody knows, but I know how much ambition I have. But I also know that and this is something that I'll get along with. I'll share with you guys as well one point about this. But for now, so that he continues, my bar is high enough as well. But I always know, there is something we believe and there is something we know. I might believe that I'm not good enough, but I always know that I play myself the best. So yeah.
But you just agreed that you're not good enough for yourself.
I said I used might. You should, probably study a little bit more about modal verbs, I said I might think at times that I'm not good enough.
You said about knowing and believing, right? So
yes, knowing and believing. I know I'm good enough, but at times I make myself believe that I'm not good enough.
But when you say that your bar for yourself is higher, you are a very ambitious person, but then you're agreeing, right, that at that moment you're not good enough for the person who you want to be.
The person who I want to be will always be in the future. Right. And it will always be better than my present.
Right.
You can never chase that thing. But that future is what drives me. But my ability to know that I am doing my best right now is what gives me the confidence.
You still are agreeing to this, that at that time you're not good enough and you're chasing a future version of you.
I am not good enough for a future time. I am good enough for my present time. Very distinct thing.
I don't want to go further into this.
Okay. Am I good enough for Sarthak 2026? No. But am I good enough for Sarthak July 13th, 2025?
I don't know.
Yes.
Am I good enough for Tremikesh 2026? No. Am I good enough for Tremikesh 13 July 2025? No.
I would say yes on that.
No.
I would say yes on that.
Because I know that I've wasted so much time in the past. Bro,
you have
don't
wasted.
Counter it. It's helping me.
Yeah.
Let me
again.
Lies.
This helps him. Great.
Yeah.
If this for me, in that present moment, my confidence is the most important thing for me, and I will never let it down. So again, I agree with this guy. It works for him, not for me. For me, I'll always believe that, because again, I'll come to this later.
Okay. Write that down so you don't. You never forget stuff. Yeah. Okay. So that was a good discussion, by the way. Yeah, it was good discussion, yeah. So, yeah, again, this ties beautifully into my next point, that, yeah, just make your own stuff. Like, that's why I wanted to talk about delusion as well. Delusion is believing something you know is not true. And if it's helping you, who the fuck cares if it's not true?
Exactly.
And if
we kind of have delved into that as well with my example of being not good enough. So yeah, I think we have delved into delusions and believing in lies as well.
Yeah, and it's great, like, since the time I considered this, that you should try to believe in something which is not true. And there's an example from the book Sapiens. I would love to give it, but we would get cancelled. 100% we would get cancelled. 100%.
For those who want to know the example, DM this guy. I'll DM this guy right now.
You're in person, we'll talk about it off camera. 100% you would get cancelled. देश निकाला हो जाएगा भाई.
Oh, we don't want that.
Yeah,
we
so
have our whole futures in front of us.
Yeah, so that's why and that thought framework from Sapiens, if you want to look at it, go download the book Sapiens. I think it's the chapter 3, I guess. It's about the book. It's about a car brand, which if I talk about it, I'll go into details. So I don't want. I'll tell him to attach that. Like in the description, we'll add which chapter it is. Okay, and then we can talk about it. So yeah, so that thought process that I read from that book tells me that we're already believing in many things that don't exist.
True.
And lies. So might as well believe in lies that are benefiting us. Right? And you know something, sometimes I say that like now being in delusional, like I have a goal, I know I will achieve this goal, then that small voice inside my head, this thing is not aligned for you, you don't have this. Earlier I used to think about that small voice and try to counter it, but you can never really counter it because it's like overthinking. It goes into a downward spiral, as you call it. But since I've done this, okay, it might be false, but I'm believing false things anyways. So might as well believe in false things that are benefiting me. So yeah, that's it. And अब इसका क्या मतलब है मुझे भी नहीं पता. At that time I wrote hard to go back. What the heck does it mean?
It's hard to go back to the original thing that I might. This might be like I said. That after 10 seconds I go back to believing that.
Yeah. Oh fuck. I think we should all beep all the fucks because we won't get monetized with this.
Yeah, we are never gonna get monetized, guys. Don't worry, you won't have to see any ads.
I thought YouTube plays ads anyway, even if you're monetized or not. Okay.
If it does, then I wanna get it cancelled, guys, because I want the money.
Sadeem Maheshwari was not able to get it back. So who are we to get it back? Anyway, so again, it's hard to go back. Like I honestly forgot, but so I will agree with what he was saying that once you feel that you're not good enough, at least for me, it's hard to go back. As he said, it takes time, but if it's helping me, who cares? Yeah, so as we said that we're getting at the same goals, although our methods are different. Just like religion, there are 2,800 religions in the world, and they all believe that there is one God, one supreme power.
So the thing that I was gonna talk about is one example he gave was of people changing their decisions, like bio to maths to back to bio. This thing pisses me off so much. I have had arguments with my mother that why are you not sticking to one decision? And the thing is, and I'll relate this, what I'm gonna say, to my next point, that why I think I'm good enough in this moment. Okay. Now, for me, the thing is, I always want to take the decision right for that moment. That moment only. I don't care whether in the future this decision is right or wrong, because you never know. There are so many decisions. In hindsight, people would say, now you must be feeling bad you did that. I say no. In that moment, with whatever analysis I had done, with whatever conclusions and deductions that I made of my life, I chose the right thing. Will I go back and choose the same thing? Given the same circumstances, yes. If I know what is going to happen in the future, if I go and tell myself that, bro, this is going to happen, then of course I'm not going to choose that. But in that moment, I didn't know. And what I didn't know is not my fault. Because it's going to happen in the future. You can never predict the future. And if you waste your time, your important decision making time in just thinking, oh, is this good for the future? Then you're already fucked, guys. He said something, Yesterday morning, yeah?
What?
The day before yesterday night, you messaged me, I want a decision right now.
Yes.
Yeah. He actually messaged me that he wants to do something with my Notion page. And by the time he said I need a decision right now, I had already had a decision made with everything concerned. Of course, it takes time, efficiency, time, it will take you time. But again, the thing is, Andrew Tate again once said something in his email. I am subscribed to his newsletter, and it's a really. I get daily emails from him.
I want that. It's so funny how our best quotes are from Andrew Tate.
The guy might have some very extremist views, but many use what you want to use. Yeah. Take what is right for you. So again, he said many people take so many times to make life decisions, like, okay, I'll think about this and get back to you in the week.
Say it like Andrew.
I cannot. I actually
try, bro. It's really fun.
I cannot actually.
Try,
okay. It's not happening in my head, and something that doesn't happen in my head, I'm not.
You're fucking cruel.
That's not how Andrew says in that.
No, in that one.
Yeah.
In other videos.
Okay. So he said that many people take so many times to make life decisions. Okay, I'll get back to you on this next week. For the whole week, they're actually not thinking about it, and they're wasting time. And he said the world rewards people who are fast. in this fast-paced world, if you are not fast, you're gonna get, you're not gonna get far enough in life. And it stuck with me because, if I am taking 1 week to make a decision, or I am taking 1 week to do any task, I'm actually gonna do it in the last 1 hour only. Why not give that 1 hour right now? And he asked me, I was like, I had a counter, okay, but I said this, but I was like, okay, but I can still do this, okay, no, yes, I want to do it. What you said to me, it works. For me, that 1 minute of pure analysis is enough to make that decision. I don't need 1 hour to think, okay, what will happen? No.
There's no end to that.
There is no end to it. You can overthink again and again and again and again, and it will just spiral out of your control. And that is why I am good at time management in exams as well, which I have believed I am. Only God knows if I am or I am not. But again, the thing is, I instantly take a decision. Do I leave this question or do it? If I have decided to do it, I have to have a logic. I am going to do it because it's guaranteed to give me marks. Okay, 4 marks for this question. I'm gonna give it the time. And if I have taken the decision, I'm gonna go it full in, even if it takes 3 minutes, because my logic is that 4 marks is guaranteed. If I'm leaving this because I don't know whether I'll be able to do it, let's leave this question. So with a logic and with the given deduction, I make a sound decision. And that is why I say I hate decision changing, because if you change a decision, that means you haven't had a sound logic then. And if you don't have sound logic, why make a decision? Why? It's not like, you are, even if you are pressed, take a deep breath, think about a sound logic. If you can't find one, don't make the decision. That is why it pisses me off. Why not just, stick to one decision? And then again, correlating it to why I think I'm good enough for this moment. Because every decision I have taken, I have always tried to make the best deductions. And one thing, I never want to have regrets. It won't work, but it helps me make good decisions. Like, whenever I'm making a big decision, I always think, am I gonna regret this later? Okay, given the current facts, maybe not. Then who cares? If in the current statement, let's say for a deduction you are given statement 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 is hidden. It said you make the decision, then you will see 4, 5. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna keep overthinking, what could be statement 4, 5? It's wasting time. Or you can make a decision just based on the first 3 and let 4, 5 happen. If it comes back to you and it's a wrong decision, you get an experience. Maybe someday later when this 4, 5 situation, correlate this to life, this thing happens again, you will know, okay, last time I did this happens. So now I'll make a little different deduction and I'll take the worst and the best case scenario. Okay. And if it's right, then it's right. Who cares if it's right? If it's the right decision, then okay, now I have made a right decision, now let's build on it. As simple as that. So that is why I know till now, especially in the past few years, whatever decisions I have made, I have actually analyzed it. I have a sound logic for every decision you ask me. He can ask me anything and I'll give him the sound logic, what I thought in that moment. And that is why I feel, okay, I'm good enough for this moment. For the next second, I'm not. Every second I want to evolve. And for every second I want to be good enough. And how to do it? Have a sound logic. Never make decisions you are going to regret. Even when I, make a guess in answer, it's always like, it's a decision to make a guess or not. Am I going to regret this? Then no, I'm not going to make a guess. But I have like 90% I'm sure that, this is the answer. I'm probably make a guess. Why? Because I weighed the pros and cons. The pros is good enough. And even if it doesn't come out right, I'll know not to do this again.
I think we'll just keep going until the whole night. I have so many things to say. And then you would have so many things to say.
Let's keep it rolling till we get tired.
My bladder is calling. So
Keep hold of it for some time.
And the aroma, Sarthak's mom invited me to dinner and the aroma is so good that I'm kind of drooling right now. But I have so many things to say.
I think you should say this because this is a good enough discussion. Fuck the length of the podcast. If it's, if this podcast, it's a special edition. If it's too long for you, then you don't deserve this podcast.
That's it, my guy. That's what you said. I always used to say that. If you feel like it's too long, then it's not for you. Go, someone else will watch it.
But this is for this special edition because we are in person and it's a very good discussion. At times when we have the pseudo script, I feel we should make it a little shorter because it's in our control then.
Right. Makes sense. It gets better as you get deeper. So, now, about the changing decisions part, like when you're changing decisions and it pisses you off when someone does that. I love how I get into a whole different state of voice and a tone when I'm speaking something important. And apart from like jokes and all, that's a different tone and I become a different person. Anyway, I was reading this book called The Way of the Superior Man by David Deda. Must read for every male. That's what they say. I was listening to it and he talks about masculine and feminine energy. Now, those of you who want to take offense, go ahead. Take the offense.
Yes, for real, take that offense. I want you to take that offense.
Okay. If you observe, let's talk about nature. We always say mother nature, never father nature. Okay. If we take body, मेरी body behave कर रही है, female. Because the things that are changing are related to feminine energy. They're changing. Nature always changes. Your body, millions of cells are dying every day. Millions of cells are regenerating every day. Everything that's changing is feminine energy. Everything that is solid, still. ये पत्थर क्यों move नहीं हो रहा है? Male, रहा है. That is.
कभी पत्थर क्यों नहीं हिल रही है?
Rock, right? And it's
Dwayne Johnson, guys.
He's also a male, right? So. Yeah, and it's masculine energy. That does not mean male or female. Everyone has both energies. It's on you when you should decide to use which. So that is a thing, like you talk about your mother, why can't you decide? And this is a feminine thing that they will go to 10 different shops and get all of these things and then they will go back to settle at the old one, which was like 150 rupees.
Like it happens with me. Okay, we'll buy our clothes from this shop A, but while we are going, let's go to shop B as well.
Same
And then while we are going to shop B, no, this shop doesn't have that good clothes. Let's go to shop A only. I'm like, why then even think of shop B? We were already going to shop A. Why waste this, decision making? Because I have always believed, and I have read this somewhere. The more decisions you make in a day, the worse they get. Decision making fatigue. So I always hate making decisions that are, worthless. That's why I have that notion tracker. No need to make decisions that, aren't big enough, because who knows, later in the day you might need to make a good enough decision, and if you have the decision making fatigue, it's gonna go so wrong.
Yeah, it's called decision residue. Like you have 100 joules of energy and every decision you take is 1 joule less. So that's why for the longest time I've dreamed of having just one outfit that I wear every day. I mean, not just one cloth, but same outfit but different versions, like same shirt multiple times.
My mother says, why have you worn this? And I was like, because it was on the top. I don't see what the cloth is. If it is on the top of the deck.
I'm writing that down. That's a good idea.
She manages my cupboard, and whatever is on the top, she gets angry. Why not this? This is torn. I'm like, I don't care. It was on the top. I wore it.
That's why I've also wanting to eat the same thing in the breakfast for all days. I mean, that I don't like that much because I'm a big foodie. I like different things. So maybe someday I'll get myself to do that. So yeah, again, masculine versus feminine energy. That is the explanation. And Rajan sir gives a good example on that. This is what he says, that if a guy is going to buy a cloth, he knows what he wants to buy. And he'll go to the exact shop, get that, won't haggle for money, won't negotiate, won't bargain. Won't bargain, just pay that, come back. But girls go to 10 different shops, and in each shop they'll have 5 things. This color is not good, this design is not good. Can you give me that color with this design? So, and then, listen, then they'll go back, I'll just buy from Amazon only, all these shorts are not. This is it. Girls, if you're offended by this, you have to agree with this. You do that. So you don't have the right to get offended.
First of all, I saw the gender percentage of this viewing. It's 1.9% female, 98.1% male. So you don't have to worry about girls getting offended. But yeah, if somebody is seeing and she is getting offended, take offense. You do this, and you do this.
But this will stay here for eternity, right? This will stay on YouTube for eternity. So in the future,
Unless we get cancelled.
unless we get cancelled, of course. I have a great rap line. अगर मैं कभी मर भी गया तो भी जिंदा रहेगा मेरा नाम. So वही है.
The person dies, the legacy stays behind.
Yeah. So I have a whole thing about legacy also, but some other podcast. Okay. Yeah. Regarding this, when Sarthak said that if I were to go back into the same situation and think about the decision that I made with those things, I won't change that decision because at that time it was the best decision. And that reminded me of the first thing that we discussed, like try to step into their shoes, because, and this is from How to Influence and Influence People. If you go into their shoes and you had the same genetics as them and you had the same past as them, you would have made the exact same decision which they did. If you were into Hitler's shoes in 1940s, 1930s, you would have done the Holocaust. If you had the same genetics and the same past as him. Many people disagree, but I think it's totally true.
It's true. I disagree on the part where you would have made the same decision. In extreme cases, I would say you would have not. Again, I believe there is a uniqueness in, like what we say, in every person, and even with the same DNA, with the even with the two twins have the same DNA,
Right.
almost the same past, very similar pasts. Agreed?
Right.
Won't make the same decision ever. And I have seen
That is
them not
correct,
making
yeah.
the same decisions. So again,
That is such a good point.
same DNA, similar past, never the same decision. Because there is that one little factor, one little dynamic of who you are, what you believe. And that will always stick with you. But yeah, when you try to get into their shoes, you try to understand whether you would have done it if you have the same beliefs. If you would have said no, then again they might be right for their beliefs, but you are right for yours. And as I said, going into their shoes and agreeing to the decision would help you 70% of the time. Rest 30% you will think this guy is mental.
Fair enough. I'll give it to you. The twins part was such accurate. Like that's why, like,
That just came into my mind when you said DNA and similar past.
and like, yeah, that's beautiful. Like that's why having conversations with smart people helps. Like, good. So yeah, and regarding that decision, which I told you the day before yesterday that I want to make, I want a decision now. That was a no-brainer in my opinion. That you would of course have said yes.
But it's just a habit that I have. I make decisions almost instantly. If it's a very, very big decision, at max 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, if it is a very, very big decision. Like even while selecting my college, everybody was like, so many people were like, okay, you should go there. Okay, this is an IIT though. I asked myself 3-4 questions. Okay, is the college good enough? Yes. Do I want to do any other branch? No. Do I think that if I do any other branch, it would be good for my future? It was a very mixed question, because again, if you look at the placements, maybe yes, you are earning not that bad, but again, I know it's not just about the money for me. It's about whether I like doing what I am doing. I know that if I am going into CS and if I do something in CS or something of my other goal that I am into, if any of those things I do, I'm gonna love every second of my life, and I'm gonna be very, very happy. And if I love every second of my life, I know I'm gonna go much, much beyond than I would have gone in any. If I was if I loved civil engineering, or mechanical, which is these days said to not give that much placements, I would have still chosen mechanical over CS, because it is what I have interest in, it is what I love, and if I think I love it enough, I'm gonna do something good in it just because I love it enough. And yeah, like, I don't know, Andrew Tate's friend Jason, I don't know, I don't really remember, his name is something from J. He works in steel and construction, and he's such a big millionaire. Why? Because he loves his work, he knows how to do his work. So if you love it enough, if you know it enough, do it. And that is why my decision making my mother said, you should take this, it's such a good college. It was never a decision for me. I already knew, okay, I'm going to go into this or this or this. From January, I had made a list. And if I'm not getting CS in anything, I'm not going to take that thing. No matter how, even if it's IIT Bombay, because I love CS. I would rather do CS from a private college than civil from IIT Bombay, just because I love CS.
One word. Chad. Okay. We're still going on. And yeah, so regarding another point, a great quote came into my mind before, like when you were saying, and you want to be impatient in action and patient in results. Such a good quote. Like, action you want to take fast, because then overthinking creeps in and you don't take action. Not emotional decisions, but logical decisions. You want to take fast, and you want to be patient in results. That's what Shan Puri said.
That's something I have to learn. I'm impatient in action, but I'm really, really impatient in results. As I have mentioned this with you as well, I like to have control. I like some people call me control freak, which I think I probably am. I'm 99% sure that I am 100% a control freak. But yeah, because till that time, like I said last time, you tell me the night before, tomorrow you have an exam, you have to do this. I'll make a plan, I'll do whatever I can, I'll try to make the best out of the time. But once the paper is done, it's no longer in my control. And if it's in my control, I don't know what's gonna happen. And if I don't know what's gonna happen, I don't really like it.
What is the emotion you have?
Impatience.
Let's define it, right? Yeah.
Impatience. I really want to. I know every emotion I'm feeling in any moment. I instantly understand.
I'm so jealous of you for that.
You ask me what I'm feeling, I'll tell you, because the first thing that I have learned, the first thing I learned was what emotions are you feeling, and define it exactly. You may have to use some other word. It's not be jealousy, it not be anger, it not be some pre-made emotion, but you have to define it instantly in as few words as possible. And that was the first thing that I learned, and it still sticks with me. Anytime I'm feeling something, what am I feeling? This is it. Why? This. How to get rid of it? Do I need to get rid of it? Is it helping me? Is it impacting me negatively? So, there are a set of questions. There are a set of things.
I want that list of questions. Say it again.
Okay, first of all, what is the emotion you are feeling? Why are you feeling the emotion? Then, do I need to get rid of it? In that, is it helping me, or is it impacting me negatively?
And then how?
If it's helping me, then is it temporary or permanent? If it's not helping me, then how to get rid of it? And then if it's permanent, then how to get rid of it? If it's temporary, then how to use it? In what situations to use it? Flowchart.
I'm learning so much. Yeah, flowchart. We'll make a flowchart for this anyway.
I might attach a flowchart here and I'll make it.
Okay.
Coding in every part of life.
Yeah, I mean anyway, not get into that. So yeah, a few things. 3 more things, guys. I know it's been over 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
And I have to go home, bro. My mom will. It's 8:50, and I said by 9 I'll be in home. 8:53 I will be. Anyway, so
I'll talk to her auntie. बहुत important काम आ गया.
You know, sometimes, Sarthak,
Yes.
that it's better to make the decision right now. And if it's not the right decision, go back and change it, rather than wait for the perfect time to make the decision. You said both of these things, that sometimes it's better to wait, not make the decision. You said that you believe that either make the right decision or don't make the decision.
No, I don't.
Yes, you said that.
When did I say?
अरे अभी तो बोले अब भाई कहाँ मैं play back करूँ. Anyway, you said that don't make the decision if
it does not have a sound logic. If it does not have a sound logic, it does not have to be the right decision. It has to have a sound logic.
Now it makes sense.
Yeah, because many times your logic may be flawed. It may sound like a sound logic, but after some time you'll realize, oh, it was not that sound. But if in that moment you have a logic for that decision, make the decision. Some people make a decision because I want to, not a sound logic. Sometimes it is because if you am I going to play tomorrow morning? Yes. Why? Because I want to. It's an emotional decision. But in many parts, if it is impacting your career, if it is impacting your life in a huge way, I want to is not good enough. But if it's impacting 4 hours of your life, which is big enough for me as well, but is it worth it? Yes, it is worth 100%. It. So yeah, I want to. It's worth it.
Okay, I'll rush fast. I mean, I'm अंदर का करूँगा because my bladder is not helping me anymore. Okay, so get ready because this shit's about to get heavy. So, regarding what I said about changing the decisions and coming back to what I'm trying to say, that circumstances, like when you're making a decision and then you go back to change, nahi ho payega. Fuck the ladder. So, yeah, when you want to,
We'll clean it.
auntie will kill us, both of us. Kill me first. Anyway, so yeah, it's better to make the decision right now, change, like, and come back
If
and
you
change.
can change. Again, if you can change, there's some
Yeah, good point. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, classified decisions into 3 types. Most decisions are like hats. You can change them anytime. Like, what am I going to wear today? This t-shirt does not look good. Not change. Different things. Change it anytime you want. Some decisions are like haircuts. It takes a while. If you made a wrong decision, it takes a while to change it. Some decisions are like tattoos. Can't change it. So you need to be careful when you are making a decision which is a cap or a haircut or a tattoo.
In that only have I said that going to somewhere, it's, again, he said somewhere that he said he's not the best right now because he has wasted a lot of time.
Right.
Yeah. But again, you can change that by working harder now. So it's kind of a changeable decision. Again, even if you waste time, if you work harder, you become better. You have actually taken out the positive from it, and now you know your boundaries even more.
Because like that tells you, oh, that was a worse version of myself. I don't want to be like that. So that gives a motivation. Wow.
This
Dude.
is a great podcast.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I wish we could do this every time.
Yeah, honestly.
And I leave you guys with 2 more quotes from the Guruji himself. And this one is his favorite. We question all of our beliefs, except for the ones that we truly believe and those that we never think to question. We have a certain set of beliefs, everyone has, regarding everything. We question many of our beliefs. Some people don't question any beliefs, they think they know everything. And that's a recipe for failure, recipe for disaster. When you start questioning your beliefs, which is a sign of maturity, you realize that you're questioning those beliefs which you don't question the ones which you truly believe and those which you never think that they can be questioned. Like, it's so cool. I mean, when I realized the depth of this quote, and I might be understanding it wrong, but who cares? And those you never think, like the second part of it is the best, that those which you never think that, oh, this belief can be questioned also. It's the unknown unknowns. Like, you never know that it can be questioned.
You don't know what you don't know.
Right. That's what Hormozi says, the unknown unknowns. So guys, take in that quote, let that sink in. And what else? Again, one last one. If you can't explain what you believe, why you believe what you believe, if you can't explain why you believe what you believe, then it's not your belief, it's someone else's that was passed down to you. I'll leave you guys with this. This is Tim Dwivedi signing off. That's all I have for you guys today. I'll leave at this. This is Tim Dwivedi signing off.
And I said what I said, and I will always say what I say, and I'll always stick to my beliefs when I know they are right and they are working for me, like he does as well. And this is Sarthak Singh signing off for today. See you next time. And
Sarthak Singh.
Tim fucking Dwivedi.
Appreciate you, my man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Thank
Love
you.
you guys.